All right, we're going to go back to our breaking news of the ICE-related protests happening in Spokane tonight. We can tell you several protesters have been detained by Spokane police. All of the ICE detainees have since left that facility in separate vans, and a state of emergency with a curfew will now be going into effect in about 18 minutes from now at 9:30.
And we want to get right to our Maryssa Rillo, who has been live there for us, giving us updates. And Maryssa, things have shifted quite a bit in the last few hours. What can you tell us just from our last update?
Well, so there were a few protesters from the last update, but they are no longer here. Police have moved all of the protesters back. And also there is a tow truck here. This was the red van that protesters believed detainees were going to be put in. But an officer tells me that those tires were flat. Now, we don't know what happened to those tires, but they were flat. And now there is a tow truck here towing that van out of here. Again, this was the van that protesters first believed detainees were going to be put into, but then we saw those two white vans following the need for this van to be towed out of here. An officer, a sergeant here with Spokane Police, also told me that the mayor's office should be having some sort of presser here in a little bit, so we will stay updated on that, continue to update you on whatever new information comes from the city, online and on air at KXLY.com.
All right, Maryssa, and we do know that the city has issued a map that is now on our website that has to do with this state of emergency and curfew. So if that's helpful for people to have a visual, we do have that map. And we just found out some breaking news that, Maryssa, is good for you to know as well. Former City Council President Ben Stuckert has been booked. So we now have that confirmation. We watched him being taken away in handcuffs earlier. I know you've been following that, and you spoke with him earlier today, Maryssa.
Yeah, so this all started because Ben Stuckert said that he was legal guardian of a Venezuelan man seeking asylum here. He went for a routine ICE check-in, and that's where Ben Stuckert said he was detained. Now, when we spoke with Ben Stuckert, he was very emotional, saying that he didn't think this was morally correct and that this was illegal for them to detain him when he was coming in for a routine check here today.
All right, Maryssa, thank you. And the reasoning behind Stuckert's booking is failure to disperse. You can read more about his situation, which is really where all of this started from, this afternoon right now on our website, KXLY.com.